Hello, my name is Angel Ashley, and today I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I'm gonna read from a book I wrote when I was I think I started it when I was 13, 14 is when I was writing this, and I posted it on Wattpad, and I would update it forever. So I think I worked on it for a year when I was 13, 14. I can't remember. But I think after I finished it, I decided to copy it onto a Google Doc because I was like, I'm gonna keep this in case I forget my Wattpad information because I knew I would, and I did. So good job, me of the past, for thinking ahead, because this is a trip. Are you ready to read the story I came up with when I was 13, 14 on Wattpad? Okay, so it's titled The Four of Us. It's 80 pages long. I don't think we're gonna get through the whole thing today. I think I'm gonna go, I don't know, maybe we'll read, I don't know, we'll have to see how far I go, and then I'm like, okay, we'll read for 10 minutes. I'll set a timer. I don't know. I'm gonna probably do more of these because I think it's so funny, but we'll see. I'm not gonna set a timer. We're just gonna read it until we feel okay, good place to stop, and then I'll film the next parts, because we cannot sit and read 80 pages. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's called The Four of Us, and it's about these four siblings. And here's the prologue I wrote, titled Before We Begin. Before we begin, let's meet the storyline. Siblings four are separated by force. I think that's just a typo. Just don't mind that. Meet Dan, Kat, Kai, and Liz. They meet once again when a headline remembers past. Let's begin with the eldest, only son. And then we have Chapter 1, Dan. Sorry. Okay, so this is from his POV, by the way. I didn't state it because I didn't know what I was doing. Anyways, so, hi, I'm Daniel James Evan, but everyone calls me Dan. But my mom and my best friend, Billy, call me Danny Bear. This is the story of how a newspaper article changed my life. Wait for me, Danny Bear. That was Billy. She's my best friend. We've been friends for 7 years now. She's the prettiest girl in the whole school. Hey, did you get my text? She said with a very serious tone. And the most annoying. I know, she seems like a typical girl, but just wait. I don't... Who's talking? Is that Dan saying that? Why is it in... I don't know. Anyways, I wonder what she was talking about. What was she talking about? What text? When? Why? Oh, I know what she's talking about. Wait, do I? What was she talking about? Danny! She screamed so loud. Did you get my text? Everyone in the hall was staring at me. Give me your phone, Billy demanded, while giving the death stare that always made me give into whatever she wanted. It always gave me the chills. Imagine big blue-green eyes staring straight into your eyes. Let me just repeat that last one. It always gave me chills. Imagine big blue green eyes staring straight into your eyes. One more. Big blue green eyes staring straight into your eyes. Anyways. Good job writing this, me. Okay. Give me it, or I'll twist your arm again. I gave it to her before the repressed memory appeared again. She looks like such a girly girl, but she could easily beat you up if you pissed her off. Is Billy abusive? Why did I think that was cool? Anyways. Here, look, this is what I'm talking about. She showed me the picture she sent me. It was of It was of a newspaper where the headline was about a rich family. My family. Oh my god. Trauma. And the headline read, 11 years since they lost their 4 children in a horrible kidnapping. Page 3. It's not even the front page story. Really? It's page 3? Good job. Look at the kids' birthdays. Oh, this is Billy talking. Look at the kids' birthdays. Jessica, February 23rd, 2002, age 1. Allison, March 14th, 2000, age 3. David and Caitlin, November 5th, 1998, age 6. That's your birthday. Same day, month, and year. November 5th, 1998. That's just a coincidence. So I have the same birthday as a person who went missing. Oh, I know what this is. I know, she only wants to help, but I gave up on finding them a long time ago. What? She said, sounding a bit annoyed. Is she just always annoyed? Why is she always annoyed with you? What did you do, Dan? Why are you annoying? Why are you annoying? What did you do? You had too much sugar. Here, eat these, I said, handing her a bag of cheesies, her favorite. I hate you, she said, as she opened the bag of cheesies. But seriously, I know you really want to find your real family. This could be them. Oh my god, this could be them. Later that week, I was trying to enjoy Sword Art Online when the doorbell rang. I waited before answering because stranger danger, and I did not want to answer it unless it was important. Cool. After it rang 5 times. Yes, 5 times. Is 5 times a lot? Is 5 times a lot for someone to ring? Yes, maybe. I finally answered it and let the person up. I can read. I swear I can read. I can. When I opened the door, a 12-year-old girl was standing outside. I wasn't sure what to do. But before I could say or do anything, she had already hugged me and started to cry. At this point, I really didn't know what to do, so I tried to comfort her by awkwardly hugging her back. So we were just awkwardly hugging in silence outside my apartment door. People walking by just kind of gave weird stares. There, strange girl. You okay? Say something, please. She looked up at me, and then she said it. I'm your sister. Oh my god, that's the end of chapter 1. That's the end of chapter 1. You're welcome. Dramatic ending. Much? Cool. Okay. So, yeah, that's chapter 1. Maybe I'll do 3 chapters per video. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Hi, welcome to ASMR. Anyways, chapter 2, Cat. Hi, I'm Cat. I was named Catherine Ella by my adopted parents. I've known for a long time that I was adopted, and I was okay with it. No, sorry, let me read it again. And I was okay with it. Ever since I turned 10, I have searched for my real family. Then I saw the newspaper headline, 11 years since their 4 kids were lost in a horrible kidnapping. What a great headline. Like, would you read that? Would I read that? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. The youngest kid, Jessica or whatever, had the same birthday as me. So I started a Facebook page. Would a 12-year-old start a Facebook page? For people who had the same birthdays as the kids who went missing in that area. Then I got an email from a girl named Billy saying her best friend had the exact same birthday as the eldest son. She also sent me her collection of proof she found. She had a very convincing case. I like how I'm just telling the reader that, like, oh yeah, Billy did all this. Oh my god. So, let's see where I go with this. So, I just had to see for myself. So, I took a train, a taxi, and walked 3 blocks trying to find the apartment complex of my older brother. Finally, I found it and saw him, and I could feel that he was my brother. Wow. I was so happy to finally find my brother. I was raised with 5 siblings, but I never felt like they were my siblings. I was raised with 5 siblings, but I never felt like they were my siblings. And now I feel it. I was so happy I jumped up and started to hug him. And I started to cry, so he hugged me back. And then I said what I needed to say, what I was here to say. I'm your sister. I knew that would be a lot to take in. I knew it would scare him, but I had to. I finally found my family, so I just kept on hugging him because I wasn't going to lose him again. She's 12. This is a strange teenage boy that she just disturbed. Imagine if he didn't answer the door. Like, what would have been that? Like, anyways, chapter 3, Sister. Also, I have not read this. Apparently since 2018. So, let's keep going. Oh my god. Chapter 3. Sister. What do you mean you're my sister? Good job letting us know whose POV this is. Okay, so it's Dan. Because, Who are you and why did you come here? I'm Catherine Ella Brooks, but you can call me Cat. Sorry I came here out of the blue, but I had to see for myself if it was true. Why is it rhyming? Why did you rhyme? What did you need to see? I asked her. And how did you find... I can read. I swear I can read. And how did you know where to find me? She told me the whole story of how she found out she was adopted, and how she found me, and how she got a call from Billy, and how, when she saw me, she knew I was her brother. She could feel it in her bones, and so could I. She is my sister. I know it. I remember her. It is known that while the mind might forget things, the doesn't, or at least that's what my mom always said. But I remember her. I'm guessing I meant to say the mind might forget things, but the heart doesn't. Or at least that was what my mom always said. But good job writing this, 13-year-old me. Good job. Chapter 4, Home. I wonder if he feels it too. Okay, whose POV is this? Oh, this is Cat's. Okay. This is a guessing game. You should play along if you're watching this. I'm gonna stop, in the little bit of time. Can you guess whose POV it's in, before a full sentence is given? That's the fun little game, I feel. Okay, I wonder if he feels it too. I wonder if he feels that I'm his sister like I do. I hope that he does, because I lost everything when I left to see him. She's 12. She ran away. That's kinda... My mom was yelling and my dad was yelling. Why didn't I just say my parents were yelling? I wasn't allowed to go, but I did anyway. I guess it was because I'm a 12-year-old girl going to see a 17-year-old who I didn't even know, alone, but I just had to go. So, since I chose to go, I can't go home. These are shit parents. Why aren't they running after her? They should find her. If they care about her. But I mean, maybe they don't notice because she has 5 other siblings. How great are these parents that Cat has? Clearly not good, because she's here trying to find a real family. Because, please. I don't know why choices. That's all. Choices. 13-year-old me made some choices. Okay, now that I'm here, I know I made the right choice. I am home. I found my family, my real family. Plus, even though I'm 12, I would be safe since I practice combat and weaponry, and I take the precaution of pepper spray. Are you telling me that I'm trying to convince the reader that this 12-year-old girl is gonna fight? Is gonna protect herself? What the fuck? Why am I like this? I want to fight 13-year-old me. I don't think my writing's gotten any better since then either, so that's really helpful. Because this is giving my writing style. So, let's keep going. Oh, wow. I love how each chapter is like a page. Okay, chapter 5. Oh, guess who's talking? Where are you going to stay? I asked with concern. A girl her age should not stay alone in the big city. I'm not sure, and I don't think I have much money left. I should have thought of this before I left. Darn it! He started to sob. Oh, I meant she. She started to sob. My mom was right. I should think more about things before doing them. Idiot! She said as if she was lecturing herself. You're not an idiot. You're just very impulsive, I said, trying to comfort her before she starts crying again. You could always stay with me. You can sleep in my room and I'll sleep on the couch. Her mood changed This is Angel Ashley reading challenge. Welcome. Her mood changed dramatically, and she randomly started to laugh. I asked her out of curiosity, what's so funny? I'm laughing because it worked. You are so easy. She laughed again. Thanks, by the way. Where's your room? She said while laughing. Wow, she said while laughing. She laughed again, laughing. I reluctantly showed her the way. She just scammed this 17-year-old girl boss. Her reaction to my room was priceless. I could tell she was overwhelmed by my collection of Pokemon stuffed toys, the TARDIS on my bedside, and my Dan and Phil merch. And my Sword Art Online posters. Wow, sounds like a cool dude. He's a cool, nerdy guy. Can you tell by his room? Look at that. Are we establishing his character enough? Do you understand who he is from that one sentence? Do you get it? He's a weirdo. He's weird. I don't want to fit in. Do you ever see me without this stupid hat on? That's weird. I'm gonna cook dinner. You feel at home, okay? This is your home for now. Tomorrow we'll figure everything out. Is that okay? Okay, she said, while getting her PJs out of her bag. I left her and went to the kitchen and started cooking my favorite dish, mac and cheese. After a few minutes, Kat came out wearing a t-shirt and sweatpants, both covered in paint. Are you cooking mac and cheese? She asked, excited. It's my favorite. Well, yep, I guess we have the same taste. Did you know that it's common for siblings to have similar taste buds and a result from their genes? She gave me a weird look, as if saying, really? You want to find something to watch while we eat? The remote's on the table. Your choice. Chapter 6, Dinner. Look at that. Look at that. I finally tell you who's talking. Wow. Hey, Dan, can I ask you a question? I asked before getting the remote. Yeah, shoot, he said while he added the cheese. He added the cheese? Did you know that he added the cheese into the mac and cheese? Did you know? Did you know that they're eating mac and cheese? Do you know? Do you know that they're eating mac and cheese? Where are your parents? He was silent for a minute. It's okay if you don't want to answer. My mom works as a nanny and only has Sunday off. She lives with the family and visits me on special occasions. What about your dad? He looked like he was about to burst into flames. Again, you don't have to answer. It's not important. He took a breath. The food's done, he said with the smile he had lost for a second. Turn the TV on. Netflix or cable? He asked, failing to reach the remote. Netflix, of course, I said, handing the remote to him. Wow. Very description. Chapter 7. Wait. Okay, we'll go to chapter 10, and then I'll cut this off, and then probably continue in another video. I'm just gonna do it, because this is just me doing things. So, if you want to keep, there's gonna be more videos coming of this, so you're welcome. Okay, shoot. Oh my god, what chapter were we on? Oh, it's the night. Yeah, okay. Chapter 7, Night. I fell asleep during the movie. Night, little princess, he whispered as he carried me to the room. They met, like, a few hours ago. Like, this is a 17-year-old boy. A 12-year-old came to his house and was, like, crying. What the fuck am I on? Why am I like this? This doesn't make any sense. I fell asleep during the movie Night, Little Princess, he whispered as he carried me to the room. He probably thought I couldn't hear him. Then he tucked me in and sat down next to the bed and continued to talk. I know you probably won't hear this because you're sleeping, but I wanted to tell you that even though we only met today, but I just somehow know that you are my sister, and no matter what, I will protect you like I should have a long time ago. Does he remember? But I was only 6. I wish I could have saved you. All of you. He remembers. I know you don't remember anything from what happened, and I'm happy you don't, because that was the absolute worst day of my life. But now you found me, and now I have hope that all of you are safe, and together, you and me, we can find our sisters. And that's a promise. He stood up, kissed me on the forehead, and said, Night, little princess. If he knew, why didn't he try to find them? This doesn't make any sense. Your character development doesn't make any sense, you idiot. We're gonna keep going. Okay, chapter 8, Scream. I woke up to the sound of the TARDIS at 8:30 in the morning. I spent the next 15... Who is talking? Who was talking last? It was Cat, right? Yeah, Cat's POV. Is it still Cat? Yeah, it's still Cat. That would have been nice to know at the beginning of the chapter. Look at this chapter. We love the chapter. We love a chapter. I gave up and went to check on Dan. He was lying face down on the floor. I tried to hold in my laughter, but it was too funny. I ended up slipping on his sweater that was on the floor. And then everything went black. Oh my god, what happened? Dan's POV. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. I woke up to the sound of a girl's scream. I got up off the floor and saw Cat lying on the floor. Wow. Description. I went to her right away. I tried to wake her up, but she didn't make a movement. I checked if she was breathing. She was. I started to freak out. I didn't know what to do, so I picked her up and ran to the nearest hospital. I wasn't going to lose her again. Oh my god, what happened to Cat? Did she get knocked out? Shite. Chapter 9, Wake Up. Hey, help, we need help. I was yelling as loud as I could. Please stay strong, I begged Cat. I'm not gonna lose you again. We finally made it to the emergency room. Help, we need help. Look, he needs help. Someone help him. I yelled. Sir, we need you to calm down and tell us what happened so that we can help. They're gonna help him. See, they're gonna help. Is that okay? The nurse said, while the others took Cat to another room. I don't know what happened. All I know is I woke up, I heard a girl scream, and I saw her lying on the floor. I tried to wake her up, but she didn't, and I didn't know what to do, so I picked her up and ran here. Okay, I'll go tell the doctor, and I'll come back here to ask you a few questions. Then she left. I looked at the form the nurse gave me. The first question was easy. Name of patient. Catherine Ella Brooks. Next question. Age of patient. 12 years old. The questions were fairly easy, but I didn't know many of the answers, so I left them blank. Then I came to the question. Relationship to patient. Of course, I answered brother. I finished and handed to the nurse from earlier. About half an hour later, the doctor came out of the Cat's room and came towards me. My hands started to get clammy. I was so nervous. What happened to her? What if she's in a coma, or worse? I was so worried. What if I lose her again? The doctor told me she had a concussion and that she had to stay at the hospital for the day so that they could observe her. They told me that she had to stay awake for the next 12 hours so that her brain could heal itself. I went to her right away. But before I did, I asked the doctor one more thing. Could also test if we're related. Oh my god. Would the doctors find this weird? Because this man shows up. I know he's 17, but like, you know, he shows up with her and is like, yo, I'm her brother. She's hurt. Help. And then he goes and asks, can you test if we're related? Like, what's the story, my guy? Like, if I was a nurse and this man showed up, I'd be like, excuse me? What do you mean you don't know if you're related? What is the story? Why don't you know if you're related? You said on the form you didn't answer most of these questions, but you put down brother. Who are you? Who are you? Should I call the police? 'Cause it don't make sense. Anyways, chapter 10, a rose. Good morning, little klutz, I teased as I walked in after I finished setting up the appointment for the DNA test. Wow, the doctor went for it. She was on the bed drawing a picture. Hey, what do you think? She asked, showing me her drawing. What else would she have shown? She's working on a drawing. Hey, what do you think? What is she gonna bring up? A cactus? She's gonna bring up a cactus. She's gonna be drawing a picture, and then she's not gonna ask what you think about the picture. She's gonna ask about a cactus. It was a sketch of a rose. It's really good. Who's it for? I asked, hoping it was for me. It was an amazing sketch. She said, it's for no one. I just like drawing roses. They're my favorite flower. Why? Do you think it's good? Because if you want it, you can have it. I can have it? I can have that? I told her with a smile. He didn't tell her. He asked. Oh my god. And then she told me to come closer to her. I did, and she wrapped her arms around me, and then she whispered in my ear, thank you. I hugged her back, and then she let go. So, who are you gonna give that to? If he wanted it, why is he gonna give it to someone else? Also, why would she ask? Why did she assume Why did she assume that he was gonna give it to someone? He made no indication that he was gonna give it to someone. He said, she asked while stopping the tears that were coming out of her tired eyes. I could tell she was so scared, but she wouldn't admit that to anyone. Kind of like Billy would. Billy, I'll give this to Billy. Do you want to meet her? Kat nodded yes. Okay, I'll call her. I got my phone out and called her. She answered. Danny Bear, I've been worried sick. Where are you? She sounded very angry and kind of sounded like my mom. I'm at the hospital. Can you come here? There's someone I want you to meet. I told her before I hung up. That'll make her come faster because she hates unfinished conversations. And I could tell she was pissed off. Sorry, I know I said 10, but like... Yeah, no, we'll stop at 10. We're gonna stop at 10. So now, cool. So we established there's 2 characters that we know. Well, 3. Because there's Dan, who's the eldest brother, and he's reunited with the youngest sibling. And she drove. No, she didn't drive. She took a train, a taxi, and ran 3 blocks. And then we have Billy, the best friend who, contacted her about it, who's apparently abusive. A little bit. She's kind of mean. I'm kind of annoyed with her now. I used to think she was cool. Like, I wrote her as a cool girl. Apparently what I think is cool is violence. Anyways, I'll probably continue reading this, and you'll probably see more parts of it, so I'll see you next time. If you like it, just keep watching them. They'll be coming, because I think this is so fun. Just, like, why, when I was 13 and 14, I was so interesting. Like, who thinks of this? like, her writing needs to be refined. And I hope to God I've gotten better. But I don't think I have. I think it's always just been the same. It's always very dramatic. What is the most dramatic scenario I can think of? And that's what I'm going to write about. So I think it only goes downhill from here. And I'll see you in the next part. Bye.